We're going to do a warm up to prep our feet, legs, and hips a bit for some time on the trails. So we're going to start with the shoes off. All right, ideally you want to have a fairly soft area for this first portion. With the shoes off, we're going to start with the toes pointing straight ahead. Curl all the toes in like you're trying to hold some sand or little baby marbles or pebbles. And now we're going to start to walk, trying to squeeze the glute as you stepped, keeping all those toes curled in. So anywhere between 8 and 10 steps with each foot, maybe a little bit more than that. Okay, once you're ready to switch, we're going to keep the toes pointing straight on. Now you're going to lift all 10 toes up off the ground and just slightly lift the outsides of the feet. And then you're going to walk 8 to 10 steps each foot. In this orientation, we're looking to activate all the smaller muscles of the lower leg that attach down to the foot to help keep the foot nice and strong, prevent injuries, and keep our time on the trails as pain-free as possible. All right, relax out of that position. Next, we're going to go into our duck walk. Just a slight toe out. You can start by just walking heel to toe. This is a challenging position for you. If you're ready to advance it, you can walk from the heel, raise up on the big toe, and then rest down. I'm showing it with both feet in contact with the ground. Okay, if you feel like you can advance it from there, then you can come up on one foot. Notice we come up onto the ball of the foot, come back down to the heel before we go forward. Lift up, lower down, and then step forward. Up, down, and forward. Good. We'll get between 8 and 10 with that exercise. Next, we're going to go the more pigeon toe, turn the toes in. Same idea from there. You can start without raising up, just walking with that position. If you're ready to advance it, you can start with 2 feet coming up and down. Push into the balls of the feet, raise it up, raise it down. Okay, and the hardest version would be to come up onto one foot, up and down, and then switch, up and down. Go a couple more times on each. Try to squeeze the glute of the side you're lifting up on, so try to squeeze the back hip. Good. Next. Second last one before we put our shoes on. Try to come up onto the balls of the feet and walking backwards. So really pushing through that big toe, squeezing the glute as you step. Just taking some steps backwards. Very good. From here, we're going to take a seat. You really want your shoes to be nearby. We're going to put the shoes on here in just a minute, but first we're going to do our tib raises. So sit up nice and tall, hands on the bottom of the knees, and now we're going to raise the foot, both feet, and all 10 toes, anywhere between 20 to 30 times. Sitting up nice and tall as you do so. We're looking to activate the muscles in the front of the shin. Pull them up, rest them down. Drawing those toes back towards you, feeling the muscles on the front of the shin start to fire. Good. A couple more. And rest. Next, sitting up nice and tall, you're going to pick up one leg, cross that foot over, and now you're going to hug this leg in, looking to get a little bit of a stretch of the glute here. And you can use this leg of the foot that's down to kind of pull the leg across and also draw the shoulders back, stretching this outer hip. If that's a strong stretch for you, just leave it there. If you feel like you can go a little bit deeper into the stretch, look to grab the ankle, invite this knee to lower down, come into figure 4. Sitting up nice and tall, you can rest the hand on the same side knee, draw the chin in. Great time just to close the eyes. Let's breathe for about another 3 cycles of breathing here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. When you're ready, uncross the leg, same thing other side. So glute stretch first, crossing that foot over, interlace the hands, hug the knee, cross the body. Use the leg to drive that leg across. Shoulders back and down. Using this as a little bit of an upper body opener as well as you draw those shoulders back. Again, if this is like, oh, this is pretty strong, just stay there. If you feel like your hips can go a little bit deeper, grab the foot and now invite this knee to lower down on this side. Sitting tall, close the eyes. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Go ahead and make your way out of that. And now we're going to put the shoes on. Put your shoes on. We are going to do an exercise for the heels, or a heel walk. Also for the front of the shins, and the heels are the more sensitive part of your foot. So unless you're on a really strong padded surface to walk on your heels, I always recommend putting the shoes on for this portion. And also if you have a step stool or a staircase nearby, we're going to be utilizing that here in just a moment. So when you got your shoes on, you'll come back up and we're going to finish the last of the foot drills, which is our heel walk. So you're going to lift all the toes up, soft bend the knees, and now we're walking on the heel, squeezing the glute as you step. Again, anywhere between 8 and 10 steps, forward and back. Alrighty, once you finish that heel walk, make your way to your staircase or grab your step stool. We're going to do our ankle eccentric dorsiflexion. This will also give a good stretch to the calves. So I'm going to bring both feet onto the stool or the stair. You're going to raise up with your heels off the edge. Raise up on 2 feet. Come onto 1 foot. Lower that heel down best you can and just slightly bend that knee in. Back to 2 feet. Raise up. Lower the heel down and then slightly bend that knee in. 8 to 10 times here, and then we'll switch. Watch that you don't let the hips kick out to the side as you move through this. Lowering that heel down, bend the knee in. Staircase is best for this. If you are on a stool, you want to make sure it's nice and sturdy. Up on 2, down on 1, looking to drop that heel below the surface of the stair. Then back up. Do a couple more here. Ooh. And when you're ready, same thing, opposite foot. 8 to 10 on the opposite side. Drop that heel down, bend that knee in, push through the toes. Try to come down on 1 foot, up on 2 feet. Get a nice stretch in the back of the calf. Starting to build some strength into that Achilles heel. Does it become a nuisance to you or a problem for your body? Very nice. If you are on a step stool, go ahead and come off of that. If your balance is good, and you can stay where you are or use yourself something to sturdy yourself on. We're going to go quad stretch next, lifting up, reaching out to the side, looking to grab 1 foot, soft bend the support leg. We're going to hold this for about 20 seconds. So you're pulling the heel back behind you, keeping the hips nice and level. This will be our last stretch. Breathing, trying to squeeze the glute of that trail leg. When you're ready, release that foot down. Between legs, just kind of circle the hips a little bit, give a little bit of a release through the hips and low back. Maybe about 3 circles each direction. And then we'll finish it out on the opposite leg. Draw everything up and in, holding on or practicing your balance, grabbing that foot. We're going to pull it towards the heel of that opposite leg. That soft bend, that support leg. Oops. Moose is rolling over, kicking our stand. And 3, 2, 1, and release there. All right, so there's your 10-minute warm-up. Get your feet and hips and legs ready to go out and have some fun on those trails. Take care of yourself.